Um, so welcome to another edition for today, May 15th, for the mid-May, uh, May 15th update and commentary review. Um, so this is again for Hawken, and let's get started. So you can, inside the game, especially if you have Steam, you can go ahead and click the new patch notes here for the update and the details. Unfortunately, I can't set up my window to pick up the overlay that Steam puts inside the game to show you those notes. So I'm going to use the alternative and simply go to the patch notes themselves. So the big theme of today's patch was item price reduction, items, weapons, and the mechs themselves. So a lot of those have been changed, and as you can see here, we'll go over a few of those a little bit more. But another big addition is the Fight Club, and it's a very interesting addition. I like it. It's set up with a new map. The Flight Club community event is also specifically is what this map is designed for. So this is this is going to be a very interesting update to go over. It's not just something to look at on here. We're actually going to go into the game and kind of take a look at those as well. So, as far as features, there's the test arena map. And again, that's it's an untextured map, so meaning it has no, it's grayed out walls and things of that nature, and it's primarily for competitive one-on-one matches. And this is called the Hawken Fight Club. I watched a devs Fight Club stream last week, and it was very interesting. Some of the big streamers and it went into a tournament mode where it was just one-on-one at the bottom floor of Origin. And we got to watch it from a spectator view by one of the devs who basically just floated around and shot and streamed it to Twitch. So if you can, check that out. It's actually really good. Zatius, congratulations. Mr. Zatius, if you're looking for his Twitch. He actually won the event, and it was supposed to be the elite of the elite players in there. I know I've played a few of them in the past, so very good community, very good matches going on there. Pick up a few tips on how to play one-on-one if you're ever caught in that situation, like you'd ever be in that situation in Hawken. So very good view and very good stream there. So check that out. So the rules of Fight Club, a little different from what you expect. Obviously, you know can't talk about Fight Club. First rule. Second rule, can't talk about Fight Club. After that, it's on your own. But in this case, it says they face off of the best three of the best of three, so the best two out of three of one-on-one fighting to the death. Um, then it says two pilots will enter the arena via the mech teleporters located on the red and blue side of the arena, and we will show you those as well. And then you go into your staging pits. After both pilots are ready and they're in their respective staging pits, a spectator pilot will begin the match countdown for battle to begin. So I guess you're going to have to type in, 1, 2, 3, 0, go, whatever. And then you get to play. Excuse me just one moment. Excuse me. Had to clear my throat there. So then you'll get to play after the countdown goes to 0, and then it's head to head. After after the players lost 2 rounds, that player is eliminated from the competition, and the 2 mech pilots will move on to the arena to take on their place. Uh, 2 new pilots will move in there to retake their place. So basically, you get to stand there, watch other people play, and then you get to go in and you get to play as well. Uh, And so then the last pilot standing at the end of the fight club is the victor. So it is tournament single elimination mode type deal. Haven't actually got to play it. And then it says, the biggest note here as far as all that is these are merely suggestions on how you, the players, organize and conduct your Fight Club matches. If you feel your event would run better with different rules, organizations, then go for it. This map exists for the sole purpose of being used by our creative community, which is actually how this was created. It was something that one of the guilds out there had created, and they started playing that way. So the devs liked it and actually implemented it into the game. So very, very, very cool stuff there. Just one more moment again. Excuse me again. Um, so these one-on-one matches, I believe, down through the notes somewhere else, we'll find out, is that this is for private matches only or private servers only, meaning that you'll have to create a party in order to bring more people in there. So I don't know if that's going to be something that stays or if they're just going to be able to load up a few of these rooms and just let them go. But for the moment, that is the way it is. So whatever. Spectating made easier. Special rules have been applied to the Fight Club map, so this is just to the map itself. That makes it spectating easier. And while in spectator stand, you will not be able to fire, use items, and most of your HUD's actually been disabled, like your radar and things of that nature. So that way you can watch everything nice and clear. And what that means is there's a section that's a little bit raised above the arena and around it to allow you to see. Now, the players themselves will not see you as you're in the match. However, you as the spectator can move around, even transport from one side to the next to get a better view. But you'll be able to control your own movement and things of that nature and watch the fight. Again, you can't fire or anything like that, so that's needless to even try it while you're a spectator. But once those two are done, two new people will be able to enter into the arena and start their own match. So, and then the others will go back to spectating. So very interesting stuff there. Um, you can use the teleporters while they're on the map. Also, just walk up to the spinning teleporter, and you'll go in and out of the arena. It's just a circle on the wall, and basically you just walk into it, and then you're either in the red or the blue starting points. So then there's also two more teleporters installed on the sides, and they're just big holes in the wall that'll instantly slap you over to the other side as a spectator. And we'll show you that as well. You'll get to swap your mechs. There are a couple of mech swapping stations, just big old balls where you walk up and you have to press the letter E to refresh your items and your ability, and just to change out your mech in general. So kind of cool feature there to allow you to do that. So that's pretty much the notes on that. Again, we will go over it in the game, so we'll take a look at it. As far as the other notes here, we've got mechs cost being decreased. The Berserker. So basically, if it was a 1,444 mech credit, then it's now only 1,224 mech credits. And then the same way with the infiltrator, the scout. The repeater actually went from 504 to 490. So very cheap mech there, but very hard to actually. Excuse me, did I say repeater? I meant to say reaper. Uh, Not one of the easiest mechs to actually get into learning right off the bat, especially not close hand to hand combat, so to speak, or close quarters. So, but the technician has also gone down, fairly cheap mech to own. The assault's very cheap, and then you get some of the more classified, or not classified, but upgrade or upscaled. The 1440s again, with the sharpshooter, the bruiser, the raider, mid class, uh, price mech, and then a Predator expensive, Brawler cheap, Rocketeer, Grenader, things of that nature. So you can actually just look through here, and of course you'll be able to see them in the garage as you go to buy them. The weapons, primary weapons, the MC price has decreased from 576 to 468, and the HC price decreased from 6408 to 5447. And this is the primary weapons on all the mechs. So um, that's just the general price on each of them. It's a standard across the board. The items, the charges 2 through 3 have also decreased, and depending on their classification and things of that nature. But yeah, it's on almost all of them. I think actually as you go through there, it is all of them. Now that I look at it a little bit better, yeah, that's all of them. So all the all the items that you'll be able to carry out there now are actually a lot cheaper. Not a lot cheaper, but when you're considering, the Heat Mine 3 price going from 64.10 down to 51, that's a pretty large decrease there. So then, last thing to go over on this one is the bugs that were fixed. I haven't experienced almost any of these, so we'll have to go over these. If you were experiencing, the devs now say that they've got those fixed with this update. But those bugs are the thrusters that they had released globally for everybody. Some players were not getting them unlocked globally. So if you had purchased them in the past, there was a bug that it wasn't becoming available through all. That's now fixed. So didn't happen to me, but apparently it was happening to a few. They also picked another bug where the blank spots were appearing on the service awards list. I never noticed it, but I guess it was out there. There was also another bug being fixed when there's viewing another player's profile. The correct count for multi-kills apparently was incorrect. So now the stat will show as 0 until the player gets another multi-kill. Or that's the way it was. I think that's the bug that they're talking about. So we'll see how that works out. They also fixed another bug where the launch button was staying as launch when you're going from the quick match or server browser screens instead of the play button. So because that was actually preventing people to play. Duplicate market offers were also being appearing after you completed a training mode. I never experienced this, but apparently it was out there, so they got that one fixed as well. Then buying another mech that's already owned now shows the correct messaging saying, hey, you own this. So that's a good thing. And then lastly, they fixed a bug where the Incinerator's SAA-RE launcher would not always play the fire animation. I used the Incinerator. I hadn't really noticed the launcher not always showing the animation. But maybe it has something to do with their settings, and either way, now they have that fixed, so hopefully that's taken care of and everything looks good. So let's go into the game, take a look at some of these updates here, and get a review going. Alright, so to go to the new map for the test arena, you just go into Explore Maps section tab, and of course last week they had released all these where you can just go in solo, and now you can go into the new map called the test arena. And if you have a party, you should be able to have all of you come in here and fire off some weapons and things of that nature. So it starts off, it launches just like anything else. You get to come in here and pick out what mech you want. And we'll just pick out Nimbus. And you get to go through. Now, in the rest of the test arenas, and this is something I hadn't tried on here, in the rest of the test maps, you're able to hit tab and go into third person's perspective. So let's see if you can do that here. Apparently you can. So that's very cool. You can actually stay in here and look around. So this is the spectator area here, all the way up to the edge of this wall here, this drop down. And what the person that's playing will be down there in the middle, but what he'll see is a wall like that one across the way. Believe it or not, that is another spectator section, and when you go through this, you pop over to the other side. And as you can see, it's the exact same setup over here, just another perspective. So if there were people down there fighting and behind one of those barriers down there, you can actually just pop on over there and see them from that side. So that's kind of cool. Excuse me again. Alright, so to join a match, if there's nobody down here, you should just be able to run, jump into this. And what that did is it transported me directly into the middle. Now up there, behind that wall there, and behind that wall there, are the spectators. So as you can see, you can't actually see them. I can fire directly at the wall, but to them, the wall is missing. So you can kind of have some fun with that if you got some people out there. Once you're in here, it's fight to the death. And one other person is allowed in here at a time. So just like Fight Club, where one person versus one person, only one fight at a time. Just like that, this game is set up the same way. So one match, two people at any time. So let's say you've killed. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. You can actually follow somebody's tracks. That might be interesting if you have somebody trying to play hide and seek type of thing. There should really, if that be the case though, shouldn't there be like some scratches on the ground for a dodge? Anyways, so once you're in here, let's say you beat them and now you've done your thing and you've gone around here, blown them up, and you had to use your turrets and a couple other items. Now you can come up here, click on this. Actually, maybe I have to be on the side. Yeah, okay. So now you can come up to these little stations here, and little kiosks, and you can press E to return near the garage and swap your neck. And you have to hit it again, I guess. Oh, it just takes time to load you out. Alright, so once you've done that, you can come back in here and pick a different mech or whatever. However you want to do that. And, let's try this. Now, once you're done with this, run through this, now you're back down to the spectator side. Once you're in here, you can't fire anymore. And again, your HUD has been reduced. You no longer have radar and things of that nature. So you can remember. And also up here, there's more of these set around, so you can swap your mechs out, things of that nature. Maybe you can go into the match and fire away. Now, things on the chicken. So the primary HUD of this item is the radar that I've noticed that they're taking off there. So that's kind of interesting. It seems to be the only thing that they've taken off. So yeah, anyways, this is spectator mode up here. Down there is the battle arena, Fight Club arena, and yeah, it's just something for everybody to play with and enjoy and have a good time and really take on those people that, you know, say I'm better than you out there in a team deathmatch and whatever. And now you got a place to try to prove that. So I guess that's a good thing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Update commentary, And please remember to click follow, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.